everybody. It's Central Valley Talk Live. Thank you for joining us at 11:45. I'm Austin Reed. Happy Tuesday, the 16th of August. Coming to you from our Tower District studios inside the Mike Briggs building. Connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Austin Reed on air. Super excited for our next guest. We are going to travel to Las Vegas, Sin City, Nevada, and joining us right now. Please tell everybody your first and last name, my friend.
My name's Jose Fernandez.
Hi, Jose. Welcome. Now, you've got a you do a lot of things, but let's start from the very beginning of your tattoo career.
Yes. Well, so I started with the homemade machine. Honestly, I was 16 years old. My brother, he was in and out of prison, and he was tattooing in there, I guess. And then he had got out. I had a homemade machine that he had left behind when he got incarcerated again. And I started tattooing on my buddies in high school. Now, art always was something that appealed to me, and I always took it very serious. And so I didn't know any better at the beginning, but it's something I really tried to educate myself on. I've taken dozens, at least over 50 seminars and many art classes throughout high school, college, along with just associating myself, which is part of why I travel so much, associating myself with different artists, different viewpoints. And, not even when it comes to tattooing or anything visual arts, just in general, I feel like we could all learn something from anybody. So yeah, I try to just keep growing. And so after tattooing at home for 2 years, my work looked decent enough to get into a shop at 18. And then I kept moving, from shop to shop and just learning more and more. And it's something that I come to different shops with very bluntly that, hey, I usually have a 1 year, 2 year thing in me. Then I don't know, I like to keep moving and growing. And so it's not personal. It's something I just do. And I've had a partner actually in the Central Valley. We had a location, a Liquid Fetish, my good friend Greg. And I learned a lot from him when it came to business. And that's when I realized, tattoo artists come from, most of us are not scholars and, school, so it's a handful to deal with artists at times. And so, yeah, I've chosen the route of just being free and traveling the world is the plan. So, and doing what I love.
So I've got only one tattoo, and it's my wife drew it. It is, let's see, the Gemini sign for my daughters, and then the Aquarius sign for me.
Nice.
But talk a little bit, for people that, so it took me, when did I get that tattoo? Probably 3-4 years ago, and I'm in my 30s. So somebody that's watching today and they're thinking, well, they're a little weary of getting drawn on. Why do that?
You're asking what's my advice for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, doing your research, falling in love with an artist, I think is the first step. Do your research, fall in love with an artist, and then if you take your body as serious as you're taking the fact that it's going to be permanent on you, then it'll be worth it. Then you find out what you need to do to get to wherever they're at, and go through, all the hoops and stuff. Reach out to them, book the appointment, even if they're booked out, even if you got to save up. And I tell people all the time, I may not be the artist for you, but I know tons of them, and I'll send them their way. And it's just do your research. But also, I think it's also important for us to not take things so serious because it's not to down talk. It is a big movement, so you got to do your research. But also sometimes we all know sometimes we just have to commit and get started, else we're never going to get started. Right.
So, okay, talk a little bit about what's next for you in your career.
As of recently, I had I've always wanted, my dream had always been to travel the world and tattoo. And just everywhere I go, post it on Instagram and get booked up. And, as of recently, I got invited to this convention in Rome And so that's going down in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And so I'll be there. And so my first time in Rome, and I'm a big uh, like nut for the Renaissance and everything. So I'm so excited. I have a Da Vinci tattoo being one of my biggest influences.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how well you can see it, but yeah. So I am super excited. And so for me, what's next is educating myself more. I have been doing lots of seminars as of lately, teaching others what I know, and feel very good about it. Yet now it's time to be a little more selfish again and turn it on again, and now begin taking more classes and just learning everything that I can, and then maybe I'll come back and bring that back to other artists that now look up to me or want to learn from me.
We were just looking at some of the pictures that you sent in as you were talking. Can you kind of give us some insight on why you chose those pics for us to highlight?
It's a combination of me being super proud of the tattoo and them being, I guess they landed in the perfect area. The client worked with me. We did a second pass on some of them. And so there's just so many things that make a great tattoo. I always tell my clients that it's a collaborative process, and absolutely, even though it doesn't get acknowledged as much, I need to be conscious because I'm doing 12-hour sessions at times, and so I need to be conscious of how I approach the tattoo so that my client can last that long, so that we can accomplish it together. It's not just me hammering in and not being considerate, because then they're going to quit halfway and I'm not going to get the result that I want. So it's something to be considerate about. And so also the reason I chose them is also because a lot of people tend to like them online as well. But it's for a reason. I don't know, a lot of love and passion has to come from within. And during my consultations, I always ask clients, what feelings did this bring out of you? It's not just about give me some reference pictures and let me see what do you want. It's about asking for the emotion attached to the piece, because that's going to help me determine the direction I'm going to take it. Like for instance, the image behind me, it's really flowy. It's life and death type of thing, where we have a nice white rose under, and something very a true part of life is death. So a good contrast between the subject matter, but it is important to feel the tattoo so that I know where to take it and what is necessary without me having to go back and forth with the client. If it agrees with the mood that we're trying to convey, then it just simplifies the process for both of us, and I make sure to convey that emotion in the tattoo, which is the essence of why they're getting it.
We've got about 30 seconds left. Tell everybody maybe your email, your phone number, website. How can people reach out if they have questions for you?
Check out my website, sketch2skin.com. And my Instagram is J_Fernandez Tattoo. Also, shout out to my sponsors, shop I work at, FYT Tattoo Supply is one of my sponsors. I work at Broken Dagger Tattoo in Las Vegas, and my brand is Sketch2Skin. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Jose. Great to meet you. Thanks for coming on, and very good insight. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, I'm Austin Reed. You're watching Central Valley Talk. We'll be back in the noon hour with more live local guests. So make sure you stay with us. And stay cool. It's hot today.
It's really hot, baby.